Hi, everyone, and welcome to Cannesversations. I'm your host, Stephanie Beach, and I'm here with Manny. Hi, Manny. How are you?
Hi, Stephanie. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Thanks for being here.
Of course. Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah. Can you give a brief bio on who you are and where you're from?
Yeah. Manny Flores. I'm an EVP at Ipsos. I oversee commercial transformation and strategy for North America. So that just means I hope to serve as a force multiplier to help our growth teams engage better with our customers.
Very busy man. Very busy man.
Sometimes.
So how is the conference treating you so far?
The conference has been great. It's always nice to see familiar faces and also meet new people. It does keep you very busy. We're up pretty early for this, and I think we like to stay out kind of late too.
I know, it is. It's early mornings, late nights, right? I am not in my 20s anymore, and I'm feeling it for sure.
Oh, me neither.
So I have some industry questions for you.
Okay.
Just looking to get your opinion, and we have some fun rapid fire ones. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So how are multicultural communities changing the way people consume media and connect with each other? And how could brands do things a little differently as a result?
Yeah. Okay. So that's a really good question. I think multicultural communities, they have different interests than maybe like earlier generations. What they really crave is like authenticity and how they're communicated.
Yep.
They care about things like identity. They care about everything social. They also care about fairness and justice. And so when we think about the implications for media, how we choose to communicate to that audiences as brands or agencies or whatever needs to reflect that need. And what we found is empathy is very tightly correlated with authenticity. And that's what's going to reach those audiences.
I love that. Nobody has said that before answering that question this week.
That's what I do for a living.
But I love it. And we will get to authenticity. I do have something in there talking about that as well. But it's really important to, really understand who you're targeting, what their needs are, and matching them in order to be effective and have those people feel seen and heard and make that direct correlation, build that trust. So retail media is another hot topic. How is retail media changing the way people shop, and how could you implement it successfully into a marketing strategy?
Okay, so retail media is a tough one. It's a tough one and an easier one. I think retail media, because it's bottom of the funnel when it comes to proving the ROI of a campaign, you've got conversion and things like that you can sort of see right away.
Yeah.
But that's short term. That's like a campaign. Those types of campaigns are what do I want to sell tomorrow or this week? Yeah. But campaigns also need to build brand value over time. You want them to come back, not just for that promotion that they got, because our retail media and commerce platforms know lots of things about us and are able to send us personalized advertising. You want them to be able to come back, over time. So I've seen the most effective campaigns are targeting both the upper funnel, the sort of brand building aspects, as well as sort of the short term. I have a product to sell you and I want to sell it next week.
Yeah. And it's so important to kind of understand where you fit in that and what tactics you should employ for each of those strategies and each of those marketing funnel levels, right?
Yeah.
It really needs all of it to work together. And I tell my brands all the time, we work with a lot of growth brands, and when you're a startup or a growth brand, every dollar in counts. They want $2 out, $5 out. And it's like, if you're not doing any awareness or any branding, like they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
May
I add one more comment?
Yeah, go for it.
That. So something interesting, like I'll take a PepsiCo as an example. PepsiCo within just Amazon's retail media network alone is advertising or marketing over 1 million different product SKUs like simultaneously.
Yeah.
So there could be a lot of inventory waste in that scenario.
Yeah.
So being able to optimize in real time, which, AI and, programmatic tools and things are helping us do super important. So one of the things that we found, which didn't always matter in retail media, I'm going to say back in the day, but maybe like 18 months ago, is that the impact of the creative, like the asset itself, actually has a role in reducing inventory waste when you are flighting that volume of SKUs, sort of simultaneously, because the creativity that could be matched to those audiences we talked about earlier, the multi-generational or more culturally attuned type audiences.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Very interesting, which also brings me to another big hot topic, which could also fit into that a little bit, right. AI.
Okay.
I took a little bit of a twist on this one. So how can we use AI to build and create more deeper relationships with people on a more human level, even though we're using technology?
Okay, so that's a good question because that was my topic. So I think I have some answers there. AI can do a lot of amazing things. It can create creative assets that are pristine, flawless, blah, blah, blah. But what it's doing is it's mimicking your smile right now, the way I blink my eyes, the way I do my gestures. It's mimicking our humanity.
Yeah.
But what it's lacking is feeling.
Yeah.
And what people crave, particularly those audiences that we talked about in the first question, is connection.
Yeah.
So if you were to imagine an AI created advertisement on sort of one side of the screen, and then you have a more human ad on the other side, you can sort of think about like, here's an avatar. It blinks like us. It nods like us. It talks like us. It looks like us. It doesn't feel like us.
Right.
So when it communicates to us, it's going to lack that connection versus like maybe there's your favorite creator and the creator's laughing because there's some inside joke they have with their audience and
it's
they're
more
going to
of a
get that and they're going to feel it and you're going to want to engage more long-term emotionally with those types of brands.
Yeah.
So it's really important to try to layer in empathy into all of your creative development, even when AI is lending a helping hand in the development of the asset itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And that brings us to authenticity, right? It's a big buzzword. Everybody wants to be authentic, but what does it really mean to truly be authentic? And how can a brand avoid looking like they're just jumping on the bandwagon?
Yeah, I'm just going to give an example of a campaign. It was from 2023, so a couple of years ago. It was for European audiences, but was for IKEA. So when we think about IKEA, I think the name of the campaign was something along the lines of life isn't just our catalog. And so when we think about IKEA, it's like, here's a perfectly manicured living room or kitchen or bedroom, and it's flawless, and the bed's perfectly made. And when you think about it and you walk into your own bedroom, that's not how it looks.
Well, I do make my bed every day, but... I
make my bed too, but it's not perfectly ironed like that. And so what this campaign did was they showed a toddler peeing its diaper on the floor, a dog running in with muddy paw prints, a late night party that had wine spilled on the floor. And you think to yourself, well, that's kind of shocking. How are they going to sell anything? And basically what IKEA was saying is that this is actually real life.
Right.
This is our lives. And we need to stop sort of presenting this sort of lifestyle fairy tale. None of us have homes that look that beautiful or that perfect. So when you lean into authenticity, it's way more relatable.
Yeah.
We've all spilled wine on the floor. We've all had a night out that was a little longer than it needed to be. Yeah. We've all had children make messes. We have animals that jump on the couch when we don't want them to. So I think leaning into authenticity makes it relatable. And when it's relatable, you feel something, and then you want to be a part of that brand.
That's really a great example for sure. And it's the epitome of what they should be doing. So now for some fun rapid fire. You ready?
I think so.
All right. This or that? AI or humans?
That. Humans.
I like that. Short form or long form video?
Short form.
First party or third party data?
Third party.
Okay. Wow.
Integrated with first party.
Okay. CTV or social commerce?
Social commerce.
Overrated or underrated? AI as a creative partner?
Underrated.
Okay. The death of the third party cookie?
Overrated.
Influencer marketing?
Overrated.
Podcasting and marketing funnel?
Underrated.
Yeah, I like it. Part of being here is making connections, meeting new people. We spoke about that earlier. What's your best piece of advice for navigating the conference?
Get a lot of sleep, stay hydrated, pace yourself during the fun nights. Also, don't be afraid to just walk up to somebody you don't know and have rapid fire. Like, I would love to have a rapid fire conversation with some random person I met.
That's fun, right?
Yeah. So just lean into the experience. Like Adweek's sort of like the end of, there's possible, there's can, we're having a conversation, then there's this. Just sort of lean into that and try to soak in as much as you can.
I love it. And how do you utilize the conference to build a personal brand?
I think opportunities like this. So thank you, Unplugged Collective, for providing a platform like this so that we can, I'm obviously representing the company I work for, but I have my own personal brand. So when you have an opportunity to speak publicly or contribute content in some way to one of the many activations that are happening, jump on that because you can build your brand very rapidly that way. So thank you. Thank you. And thank you for this. This was so much fun. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. I hope you do as well. And thank you everybody for watching. Have a good day. Bye.